because we're good people. Doesn't mean we won't kill you. 5 of them aren't back in an hour. I'll put a knife in the base of your skull.
What is going on, guys? Matt back again with another throwback review. This one's going to be for Season 2, Episode 12, entitled Better Angels. This is a pretty monumental episode for the series, killing off another main character. It's crazy, back-to-back episodes. Last episode we lost Dale, and now this episode we lose Shane. He actually lasted a lot longer in the TV show than he did in the comics, so they kind of stretched it out a little bit, so that was kind of cool because, like most of y'all probably know, Shane was my favorite character. It sucked to see him go, but it was right for the story, to move the story along. This episode started after Dale's death. They had a little funeral for him, and Rick gave the eulogy and everything, saying that we'll carry on, for Dale, basically in his memory and everything. And in this episode, Shane kind of just disconnects. Everybody's gonna move into the house. They want Herschel, and they're like, we need to move y'all into the house and everything. So they're in the process of doing that, and Shane kind of disconnects. He's off on his own. He's building like a watch point from the windmill, and he doesn't want any help. And Lori goes out there and talks to him. Basically says she doesn't know whose baby this is, and she's sorry about the whole situation and putting Rick and him at odds and everything. And kind of, I think Lori telling him, that she don't know who baby it is for sure, kind of gave him the incentive to take matters into his own hands. So he goes and gets Randall that they have still in the little shed, because they didn't end up killing him after all this stuff happened with Dale, and Carl came in when they were about to shoot him and everything. And he takes Randall off and basically tells him that, I want to be with you guys. I'm tired of this group. They don't want me no more, and go ahead and take me to your group. Of course, he's lying. He ends up as soon as Randall turns his back, he ends up snapping his neck and killing him. And when they're about to, Daryl and Brick are about to take Randall off to cut him loose this time. Of course, they go back and they find out that he's gone, he's missing. So they're trying to figure out where he is, trying to find him. And of course, Randall's already dead, and Shane is looking from the distance in the woods. He intentionally makes himself bleed. He runs his face into the tree and everything, where it looks like he got hit with something, beat up. He hides his gun in the leaves so he's gonna say that Randall hit him from behind and took his gun and everything, and is a diversion. So he comes out and he's like, hey, he clocked me in the face with a rock, and he got my gun and everything, and we need to go find him and get him. So everybody else gets back into the house, and it's Rick, Shane, Daryl, and Glenn. They go out looking for Randall. Well, at least that's what Shane tells them they're going to be doing. So they split off. Glenn and Daryl go one way, and Rick and Shane go the other. And Shane just keeps leading them out farther and farther. And of course, that's the big scene. They finally got into this field, and Rick kind of knows what, he kind of figures it out as they go. And then, of course, they had their big talk. He goes, why now? Why are you gonna kill me now and everything? And Shane basically tells him, he's a better father than Rick, and Lori and Carl have got over you before. They'll do it again. And of course, Rick tells him, they'll never buy any bullshit story he cooks up, and so they kind of a little back and forth jabbing, and then Shane, lets his guard down because it looks like Rick's gonna give him his gun, and basically, because he told Rick to raise his gun, and Rick said, of course, how he's not. He had to kill an unarmed man and everything. So Rick's going to give Shane his gun, and as soon as Shane looks down to grab Rick's gun, Rick already has his hand ready on his knife. Boom, he stabs him, kills him, and basically as Shane's dying, tells him this is his fault, not Rick's fault. You did this to us. This is you, not me. So kind of crazy. Rick is kind of distraught over it. He starts screaming and everything, and after all this commotion, I guess Carl went out to well, actually, let me get back. Glenn and Daryl, when they're looking for Randall, they ended up finding Randall, but he is a walker. He has turned. They ended up killing him, and Daryl's checking the bodies, and he's like, I don't see any bites. There's nothing. How could he have turned? So they're trying to figure out what's going on with that. They get back to the house. They're looking for Rick and Shane, and of course Rick and Shane are not back yet. So they're gonna go back out and look for them. And when they go out, before they go out, Carl has snuck out of the house, I guess. We don't know this at the point, but after Rick kills Shane, Carl shows up, and he's like, "Dad, what's going on?" And Rick's trying to explain to him. He starts walking towards him, and Carl puts his gun up, and Rick's like, "No, it's not what it seems." And then Carl shoots, but of course he shoots past him, because he shoots Shane, that's already reanimated as a walker, and he's coming towards Rick. So Rick kills him. Carl puts him down. Like I said, and with this shot that's going on, which in the next episode they show why there's so many walkers. There's like a big herd of walkers in the woods, and they hear the shot, and then they all start coming towards the farm. There's hundreds of them, and of course, that's how this one's going to end. Rick and Carl don't know it yet, but there's 100 walkers, 100 yards away from them coming, and it's pretty suspenseful ending. So, it's setting up for a crazy finale. Looking like the farm might be no longer, but all in all, a really great episode. Death episode. Sucked that Shane had to go, but all in all, it was really, really one of my favorite episodes. The dialogue between Rick and Shane on the death scene was really awesome. Just the back and forth jabbing and everything. But like I said, I loved it. But anyways, appreciate y'all checking this review out as always, and I'll be back soon with the season 2 finale review. Like I said, sorry about taking so long getting these done. I might not have them all done before season 6 continues, but I will continue to do these. I will try to get all the way up to date, so I have every review for every episode on my YouTube channel. So like I said, I appreciate y'all checking it out, and I will be back probably today with the season 2 finale. Maybe I might dive into season 3 today. I'm not 100% sure, but those will definitely be coming soon if not. So like I said, thanks again, and I will see y'all soon.
Welcome to Woodburn.